welcome home. We are home in Lauraville. We are at Koco's Pub. Come on down. Place is getting crowded in here. We've got boxes of Scott Norton just walked in with a whole bunch of Campbell's soup, some saltines, some sugar. Nobody's sweeter than Marcella, who is here. She is our host with the most in the 11-ounce crab cakes. Luke Jones has walked in wearing his Baltimore Positive sweatshirt. He's staring at me. Don't drink something at the bar. Pretend it's 5 o'clock and you're in Vegas and the Ravens are in the Super Bowl and the drinks are free, because they are, at least for you today. So we're out here. We're doing it for the Maryland Food Bank. Luke and Rasig are going to be here all afternoon. Scott Norton just walked in with his Rush sweatshirt. We're going to talk some baseball. Marcia's got information from a local sister neighborhood place, that Maggie's Kitchen, that's donated. Maryland Food Bank, come by. It is a cup of Super Bowl. We're here until 5 today, but they're here all night. I'm at State Fair all day tomorrow, beginning in the morning with Carmen Del Guecho from the Food Bank. John Rollo's coming tomorrow now. I found that out. Friday, we're at Pappas all day, beginning at 9 to 5. We're going to be in the back room in Cockeysville. Don't go to the wrong location. Don't go to Bel Air. Don't go to Glen Burnie. Don't go to Parkville. Meet us up in Cockeysville. Ample free parking there as well. People are bringing stuff here. Mars loved this idea. I think you were the first one that I told about the idea to do this, because I was here doing the show, getting a crab cake, or I was having.
I think you were here with your wife. I think.
Yeah, we had dinner. I've had a thing with fried shrimp lately, man. I've been craving it, and I'll run to Costas and get those dusted up ones. I come over here and get your raspberry coconut. Nobody does them like you. I mean, I swear, nobody does them like you. Where did you steal that recipe? Is that some Jimmy Buffett thing? What's going on with that? You got the best coconut shrimp in the world.
They're a labor of love. That's what makes them so good.
I saw the trays come out. Yeah, I'm
so
one of those
we do them all from hand right here. So
that's why they're good. They're fresh.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, people, crab cake, best crab. They're great.
Right.
Come get them, but get the shrimp.
Yeah, we've got a lot of other good things on our menu. We've got fantastic ribs. We have people that drive
I've never
across.
Had your ribs.
Drive here from Sykesville to get our ribs. They'll call me to make sure we have them.
Is it today the day? Can you get them?
You can get them any day.
Okay. I got a
it's just we only prep
here.
So many of them because we're not known for our ribs. We're known for our crab cakes. So when they're out, they're out. But
well, you should be known for your coconut shrimp, and I'm trying to change that.
I think we're getting known for our coconut shrimp.
Well, I'm trying to get hydrated here. Tell me what's going on, because oh my God, we got Oriole fans coming. Everybody wants to meet Luke Jones. Luke Jones never comes out.
How are you? Good to see you.
You know, Luke Jones is usually at the big game. He's usually at the big game, so we got Oriole fans here. The new and improved Orioles, Yeah. Last time I was here, it was summertime. Everybody's talking Orioles. New owners are this is going to be a beautiful thing.
Yes, it is.
All right, Maggie's Farm. You want to plug them? Come on.
Yeah, I want to. So Maggie's Farm, their head bartender is sitting at our bar right now, having lunch, and I told him that today we are doing this fundraiser. And in addition to food donations, that we're doing receiving cash donations, and anyone that does a cash donation, we will match up to $25 in a gift card to Koco's. So if you give a $50 donation, you're going to get a $25 gift card to Koco's to use at a future time. So that's something we're doing. And then their bartender heard me saying it, and he was like, cool. And he went in his pocket, and he whipped out $25, and I already sold my first gift card.
Well, here's what I want to do. I'm going to put Luke to work, because my kid yesterday was the intern here. Luke, we're giving away lottery tickets here. I forgot this part. We got lottery tickets, too.
Oh, yeah.
I want your guy from Maggie's Farm to get one of these.
Absolutely. I'm going to get him up here.
I got to give you one, too.
Okay.
Friends of Window Nation and Jiffy Lube. I didn't plug our sponsors. You're one of them,
Yes.
We're giving these away. We had a $10 winner the other day. Luke, here you go, man. Have some lottery tickets. Give them out to some people, man. Luke's hanging out. He's going to be doing radio the rest of the day. He's even wearing something that says Baltimore Positive, so people are going to know he's a paid representative. He came prepared, absolutely. I'm giving you a crab cake, dude. It's going to be as big as your head. Tell everybody about the 11-ounce crab cake, because Luke's never had a crab cake here.
Okay.
I've been telling him, you're going to come down to Koco's one. Today's the day, and we're going to talk sports today, the new and improved Orioles today, all of that. The legend of your crab cake for people that don't know, because he's heard about it, but's never had it.
Okay. So my mom is the original crab cake maker, as you know. She always made everything big and always made everything fresh. She was fresh obsessed. And we started selling crab cakes back in 1985 when we opened. But back then, we only sold a couple a week. We weren't known for our food. We were more of a bar back then.
There was a pool table sitting right here.
Oh, yeah. We had pool tables and poker
That was
machines.
a Harvard Road bar.
And what do you call the shuffle bowl tables. So we had all that kind of stuff. But then, we turned more into a restaurant and food's taken off. And so the crab cake is a recipe that my mom came up with from working at different establishments as she was growing up in the business. And they're 11 ounces because that was the size that she made with her hands. She never weighed them back then. But when she was teaching me how to make crab cakes, I said, well, I need to make them just like you, and our hands are different, so we need to weigh these. So we started weighing all the ingredients because she did it all by hand. She never weighed anything. She just whipped it all up, and so that's how it came about.
I've watched your staff here from the beginning of the day, and I want to give your whole staff love. I came in the door at 7:30. I hooked everything up. We've been on the air for 4 hours. But all kidding aside, I mean, I came here early this morning, and I would say this about my first sponsors, because it really, all this is reminding me. It's our 25th anniversary, one of the reasons I'm doing this, and it's old school, and I'm live again. It's
right.
Maria came up, lives in the neighborhood, brought candy. She's like, I'm so glad you're live this week. I'm like, don't get used to it, it's,
It's fun.
But I'm good at it, but it's stressful, and I'm not as friendly during the breaks, and I got to pee and hydrate. I don't get to drink anything. I don't eat anything. Give me
Now
a bowl
you know
of
how
soup.
it feels to work in a restaurant.
Well, I was going to say, I got here in the morning.
It's live. When you're working, you don't get to
There's
eat, you don't get to drink, and you don't get potty
people
breaks.
coming in. There's hoses. There's this. There's moving things. I needed a spoon. Like all this happens, and this happens with people. And you have just great people. All of our. I mean, I
We
said that
do.
to
We
Pete
have
Acosta
an
yesterday. How do
amazing
you
crew
all
here.
find such good people?
It's I think it's a magnetic energy.
Only nice people allowed.
Only
is on the
nice
sign.
people allowed. Exactly.
Marcella Knight is the proprietor, and her and her mom got together 39 years ago, and
Yes.
and so this is where we get a little, misty-eyed. Now, tell a story. First off, Ray Bachman just texted me and said, "Did Harvey die?" And I'm like, "Yeah, Harvey died." I want to fix your mic because it's getting a little loud behind. Here we go.
Okay.
No, just keep them off, Mike. You stay on, Mike. Harvey Myers was a glue between you and I. I wrote a tribute to Harvey. Harvey's son-in-law, Greg Landry, was on the show Monday with Baltimore Outreach Services, and he's Towson Transfers. Harvey had a bar called the Emerald Tavern, and the first time I met you and your mom used to watch football games with me and everybody else at the Emerald Tavern.
That was the party spot for football.
And there was no gambling going on that payphone.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I mean, none of that was going on with Carmen and those guys out front. But you and I met there, and Harvey did this YMCA thing and this potty party. And I wrote about it, and I thought, man, that's a great story that he literally would lock the doors to the bar and say free beer until someone pees.
Right.
And he had two. He
was
side door to front
crazy.
door.
He was so much fun.
And he would go around the bar, and he had this way about how he danced. He had this thing. He was a big old white guy dancing. You know what I mean? It was
He's just like a big teddy bear.
He was a big teddy bear, and he loved the YMCA. So for those of you who missed John Hoey, how is it that I invited the YMCA guy here today?
Isn't that crazy? As you were saying that, I was like,
when
oh
I
my
tell
God.
my wife that. And I just went through it, like John Hoey from the Y, and then he sat down, and I'm like, oh my God,
Right.
I'm wearing a Village People belt buckle to honor Harvey. Is there anything you want to say about Harvey? Because I think of you as being this little dynamo of a person, and you have this incredible business here, and I think people would underestimate you, right? I mean, in regard to like running a restaurant, and in regard to you and your mom, and turning something that nobody would have turned into this legendary place. But you bought beer and food and buffet. You were a customer in places before you were a proprietor, and you knew what you liked and what you didn't like. And your mom and you liked the Emerald Tavern. I mean, I knew it was a great place for you to hang, and then you got your own place and are thinking, you always would say to me, come down to our place, we got crab cakes, and I did, but Harvey had a reason we went, and he had satellite dishes.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny is that the first day we went there, my mom and I were out shopping. And we were like, oh, let's stop by and get a bite to eat and get a drink before we head home. And we went in there, and it was like, wow. And then we went every Sunday. Every Sunday, that was our thing.
I know. I mean, it was football, and it was so much fun. I wore my Oilers stuff.
It was a good time.
And I loved Harvey. So, Harvey, we loved you,
Yes.
and for sure.
Hope you're partying up there and potty parties in heaven.
Come with a straw, and, I see Harvey laying at the beach somewhere and, up in the good place. Marcella's here. We're doing this for the Maryland Food Bank and food insecurity. When I said to you, I'm doing this thing, you said, I hate to think of people going to bed hungry.
Oh, I just can't imagine, because I know how I feel when I'm hungry.
Hangry.
Right? I get hangry. I get terribly hangry. I can't think straight. I'm just, my heart goes out to people that are hungry. I can't imagine. So I'm really, really happy to
Now, what you do, 25
to do this
today,
today.
in case they get here before 5 o'clock.
Yeah. So if you get here by 5 o'clock and you want to, I think I already said this, but if you don't have vegetables in your back pocket and you come in and you want to do a cash donation, we're accepting cash donations. And in return, we're going to give you a $25 gift card to Koco's.
If you give
a $25 cash donation. If you give a $50 cash donation, you still get a $25 gift card.
That's a really good deal, man.
So you get something back, and you can come back to Koco's and use it again.
You can trip with that. That's what I would do with it.
And then obviously, we're doing the food donations, and then I think you said today that the Maryland Food Bank, unfortunately, wasn't able to pick up today,
Correct.
like your other locations.
So we're going to do
So we called down to our local church, St. Francis of Assisi, and they're going to send someone up today at 5 o'clock to pick up the food donations for their food pantry.
Chesterfield Park.
It's Chesterfield and Harford.
Right, but Chesterfield Park, man. I used to go there and cover games back in the day. Right here.
Yeah, we do a lot with St. Francis. A lot of our customers come from there. Their kids go to the school and their church, and so they're an important part of our community.
Oh, you're an important part of the community. What's going on around here? You do specials and do different things other than ordering a crab cake. And I would always say to people, like, you curbside crab cakes because this is all you got.
Right.
You're not expanding. And on a Friday night at 7 o'clock, if you're hankering one and you don't want to wait or this or that, you click and, pick them up, right? Literally.
Right.
I mean, they told me I wasn't allowed to use the tables in front because you use that for carry out all day long.
Right.
Plague's changed a lot of businesses, right? I mean, in some way awful at that time, but it's made people change habits in some way, right?
Absolutely.
In the end, your business is bigger now than it was 5 years ago.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. We, during COVID, we only did carry out, and we did that for almost a whole year and a half. COVID started in March of 2020, and we didn't open for business until the end of June of 2021 for indoor dining.
I mean,
but we did a phenomenal carry-out.
Right? Yeah.
And then we had to change everything to make it available for carry-out once we opened back up inside, because we didn't have the space or the refrigeration space or the ability to do both. So we used to have a little kiddie corner, which is now our host area and pickup area for carryout. So unfortunately, we don't have the kiddie corner anymore. But most of the kids grew up already, so the new ones don't even know it ever existed. So
nice. Well, we've been telling stories here the whole time, and St. Francis of Assisi. Is there any charity you want to talk about a little bit? I mean,
there is, because this is something different.
I didn't talk to you about this at all.
I know. So I was really excited. Our logo is a scarlet macaw. Okay. And her name was Savannah Jane, and she is a parrot that I had for 17 years.
I wore this shirt for your parrot then, because you have a parrot over here, and everything in here is so colorful. And this morning I'm like, I'm gonna wear my colorful shirt.
Yeah.
And I have my Koco's logo on, but I was trying to. I knew the door would be open, and it was chilly today.
Yeah,
chilly
it is
in Vegas too. You don't want to be.
I just got back from Florida, so it's quite chilly to me.
It's even colder. But this shirt was to honor your parrot. I didn't even realize that.
So my parrot can live to be like 80 years old.
Your parrot's still alive?
She's still alive.
Oh, okay. So I thought we were talking about her.
No. I don't have her anymore, because at age 17, I gave her to a parrot sanctuary.
Okay.
So when I got her, I knew very little about taking care of a parrot and learned on the go. And because fins, my ex had fins, and so we got the parrot when we had fins.
Fins was a bar in Upper Canton or Lower Fells Point.
And then we moved to Ocean City.
Yeah, it was right up the street from Kisling's, and it had a whole Buffety theme.
Yeah,
you know?
It was a great place. Great
everything. It was awesome.
So anyway, I had Savannah Jane for 17 years, and then she started to want to mate.
Buffett's daughter's name.
I know. That's why we named her that. Yeah. Because I always said if I got a blue and gold, I would name it Delaney because that's his son's name.
Son's name, right.
So the Ruffled Feathers Parrot Sanctuary is in Crescent City, Florida. And it started here in Hampstead when I placed Savannah Jane with the sanctuary there. It was very small, had a couple outdoor aviaries. She maybe had 20 birds or something. Now they are on like 165 acres in Florida.
I'm going to Google this. So
she has, Savannah
Ruffled
Jane
feathers,
lives there.
All right.
And she's able to, they have aviaries as large as our entire establishment here. And she's able to fly from one end to the other. She's with all kinds of other birds like herself. Because what happens is they have a human lifespan. They start to want to mate. She started plucking out all her feathers because she was stressed and hormonal. And she really needed another parrot. And one was plenty for me. So I did a lot of research and took my time and found her the right home.
I have a friend of mine who has relatives in Texas. She explained this to me a couple months ago. She had relatives in Texas, and they have a bird, right? And this bird has a shine to her. When she goes home for the holidays, the bird wants to be with her.
Right.
And she said that she's eventually going to be the parent for the bird.
Right.
She's like 40 years old, and she's like, the bird's going to live another 30 years.
Exactly.
She's like, so whenever I take
when
the
you
bird,
get it,
it's
you
going to
have
be my
to think.
bird, right?
Right.
So, but she's like, I'm visiting my parent for the holidays. She told me this, and she was telling me this whole story. She's like, eventually, when they surrender the bird, I'm going to take the bird.
Right.
Because the bird loves me, and I love the bird, and that's
beautiful.
Cool,
that is beautiful.
Yeah, but she's waiting to do it because she realizes what you maybe didn't realize when you got the parrot, right?
Right.
Like literally, right?
Right. I mean, they really shouldn't be.
Look at this, ruffledfeathers.org. I'm like checking it out. I'm learning stuff.
Yeah.
Bird rescue surrender.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Yep, ruffled feathers, yep.
Bird rescue surrender. One simple phone call, and our rapid response team helps coordinate
And
a
they
pickup
were
or drop
right there.
off.
They came and picked her up right away. Well, they came and saw her, and I needed to think about it. And then a couple days later, I took her there, and I visited her a few times when she was in Hampstead. Unfortunately, I haven't been to the Florida location yet, but it looks absolutely amazing. Like if there's a parrot heaven, it's Ruffled Feathers Parrot Sanctuary.
All right. Well, I love that.
And it's a complete nonprofit. They run on donations and volunteers. And hopefully, whenever I get to retire, maybe I can go down there and visit and
well, you'd never want to take her back because she wouldn't have the freedom she has.
Oh, no. I would never do that. She's found her true home. Parrots really shouldn't be
in captivity.
Domestic pets.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of people get them and don't know, just like I didn't. But I feel good that I at least found her a really good home to live in.
Now I know See, I learned
and that's
things
why
every
we
time
have all
I
these
get
parrots
together
here.
with you.
I used to actually bring her into work sometimes, and the kids would love it when I would tell them that we'd plan it like a couple weeks in advance and have her here, and so many people would flock in to see her.
They're flocking here for the crab cakes today, man. There's beer flowing.
So that's the story of Savannah Jane and Ruffled Feathers Parrot Sanctuary in Florida. If you're looking for something special to donate to, it's a wonderful, wonderful program.
I told Jen when I dreamed this thing up, my kid was the one that came up with a cup of Super Bowl, because he said to me, Dad, all your places have, you do crab cakes, you should do crab soup. It's February, it's called the Super Bowl. He said, you should do something with Maryland crab soup. And then I thought up this crazy, wacky thing. That's what I do.
It's awesome.
Just think up crazy,
St.
wacky things.
Vincent's used to do a thing with soup. Do you remember? Do you recall that?
I know St. Vincent's was with Ed Block, but I don't know about a soup
Yeah,
thing.
they used to do a thing where you made a bowl or you brought a bowl and they filled it fed a hungry person. I can't recall exactly how it worked, but it was a really neat program.
Well, we got a neat program here. Come on by. We're supporting the Maryland Food Bank. Give it away 10 times the cash. The Maggie's Farm people will be here. Luke is here running around, having fun, giving out lottery tickets, talking baseball and football, which he loves to do. Stop by, see Luke. Rasig will be here around 2. I'm really looking forward to doing 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Rasig and I and Luke are just going to talk about football and baseball for an hour. So we're going to do some sports today.
Do you want me to grab Maggie's Farm?
I do. We're going to do that next. Well, they're eating a crab cake, and bartender's eating crab cakes. I'm not getting my hand bitten off. So.
I think he's actually eating chicken tenders today because he comes here a couple times a week.
Well, I'm going to ask you what else is good.
We have really good chicken tenders. We have really good everything.
I'm trying to think if I've had your chicken tenders. I don't know that I have.
They're delicious. You know why everything's so good? Our kitchen's really tiny. Everything is fresh.
Totally fresh.
And as soon as it's made, it's in the window and in front of you. It doesn't sit under heat lamps waiting for
French
somebody
fries.
to pick it up.
Damn, I'm hungry.
Everything literally comes right out of the fryer and right in front of you, and it's fresh, hot, and delicious.
Come get a cheeseburger in paradise in Lauraville. I'm watching Liz back there slinging it right now in the kitchen. I have Liz cam over my camera here. So I have crab cake cam. I've got carry out cam.
Yes.
I can see everything but the bar behind me, and I hope nobody's giving me rabbit
We're
ears or
filling
anything
up.
weird. We are filling up. It's lunchtime here. We're Koco's Pub. It's 12:20 in real time. And support the Parrots, support Koco, support the Maryland Food Bank. Come on out. It's all brought to you by the Maryland Lottery. I have the wacky hat from Window Nation, 866-90Nation. Buy 2, get 2 free. It's 0% financing. Don't let me give the wrong promotion. 0% financing for 5 years, 866-90. I got my windows already. I need doors now. I got like the light crack coming in.
Yeah.
So 2024, I'm going to open the doors to the new and improved Orioles as well. Also, our friends at Jiffy Lube Multicare. Mars, love you, appreciate you.
All right.
Won the best crab cake. By the way,
yes,
you won the best crab cake thing at the Crab Cake Festival. Roz, who was our first guest on the Maryland Lottery, was spinning the lottery wheel there that day. And you want to say that was an amazing thing, right?
It was incredible. We were so over the moon excited. It was crazy. We were happy to just do the festival because
and sell out of crab cakes
because it was something that we don't usually do festivals because we're so small. So my kitchen manager Eric came to me and asked if we could do it, and I was like, okay, we'll do it. We'll see how it goes, right?
Radio.
Exactly.
Literally.
Yeah, right.
Literally.
So we did it, and the furthest thing from our mind was winning the best crab cake. We were just excited to be there and be part of it, and then we won it, and that was just, it was so exciting. I can't tell you. And we got some free advertising because we won. That was the package. It was $10,000 in free advertising with 100.7 The Bay.
And look how many people are listening to The Bay.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I would just say this for you. I mean, everything you guys have done here, but you took last week off, right?
Yeah. We close twice a year for vacation, a week in the winter and a week in the summer. And everyone goes away, gets a break, and the whole team comes back fresh and ready, smiles on their face.
They put eggnog back on the menu for me. I got eggnog. Are you a 12-month eggnog joint?
No, we're not. Not 12. Do we have it today?
It said it on it right behind my head.
I think you're seeing things.
They took it off. They took
It's
the
the
mall back
cranberry
off.
mule, but it's awesome. The cranberry mule is amazing.
I want eggnog.
Oh, it's not eggnog season.
When I came in
You
here
have
at
to
8
wait
o'clock
till-
this morning, it said eggnog for $6.
No way.
I swear to you it did. It said Malbec for $5 and eggnog for or $7, whatever, $5.
I don't know.
All right, so I'm going to make you laugh because you and I are old enough to be off color.
Okay.
This is the last original seat cushion from This is a seat cushion.
Yeah.
WNST. I had this Get Nasty book. So if anybody remembers the Monty Python song that I used to play underneath of this is the last one, and I'm sitting on it because my back's no good. So my wife thought it was funny that I was sitting on my face today.
Yeah.
So you like that? I knew you'd like that. I'm Nestor. We are WNST. We're back for more. Come on out.
All
Give
right,
us some.
guys.
I got groceries over
Come
here.
in with your vegetables and any perishable food item you like to donate, and you can get a cup of Maryland or cream of crab today.
Or 50-50.
Or 50-50.
I'm going to talk
And
about
if
that.
you don't have the vegetables in your pocket, you can donate cash.
When Maggie's Farm comes up, we're going to talk about 50-50 soup, all right? Marcella's going to stay for one more segment, then Luke's going to hang out. We're going to do Maggie's Farm. We're going to take a quick break. It's it's the crab cake row. I knew I was going to get out of hand with live radio. Back for more right after this.